Oh yeah, it is. Go on, Soph.
Come on, everyone. Follow me. How's that ice cream for you, Charles?
Oh, absolutely blinding.
Hello everybody and welcome to CFC Fan TV. I'm joined by Charlie, the wonderful Hurricane Skillen. How are you, Charles?
I'm very well. We've had a nice day, haven't we?
Yes, we've decided to find a nice little location and do this on the balcony today because, it's nice and sunny.
Oh, we've had a good day. We've been to the park.
Yeah, and we thought, right, we need to be somewhere where we're out in the sun,
So
here we are.
kick-ups, that was good.
Yeah, I did try to kick ups. It wasn't my day,
Quite a
but
few times.
if you look like remember, I used to be very good at it.
Yeah.
Right,
we'll just put that video up again.
Yes.
Anything we filmed today.
Well, we'll see about that. Maybe at the end of the season. Right then, guys. So this is our favourite segment of the week. It's the fans Q&A. So I ask you all to tweet in your questions, and you've come up with some brilliant ones as usual. Ready, Charles?
Go for it, Simon.
Okay. So the first one is from Luke Dolgety. Hope I said that right, darling. Which striker do you want back from loan, Abraham or Traore?
I think Tammy Abraham's had much the better season. Traore's been a little bit unhappy this season, but I think both of them will be on loan again next season. I don't think either of them are probably ready for Premier League football week in, week out. Well, I mean, they certainly won't get that chance. So for me, players of that age, especially strikers, really, getting game time, getting goals. Abraham has worked absolutely wonders this year, particularly the first half when he wasn't injured. He's kind of been one of the only good things about Bristol City's campaign. So I'd really be looking for him to get another Championship loan, maybe even like a lower half Premier League loan. And Traore, I think again he needs time elsewhere.
I like Traore though. I'm a big fan of him. Right then, on to the next question then. This will be a controversial one. So if you guys don't agree, Costa.
Oh right.
Tom, who is at Wolves, says sell Costa or keep.
I keep him. I think he's done. I can see why people are frustrated with him in the minute. He's not been playing very well, but he's always been a player that has peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's even at his absolute best, he didn't kind of play well all season, and he's not one of these, really technically gifted strikers that's going to have an absolute blinder even if he doesn't score. He has had those games, but it's more likely that he'll pop up with 2 goals. But I think he's done enough over his time at Chelsea to warrant staying. Although I can see why some people are getting a little bit frustrated.
Okay, on to the next question then. I quite like this one. Will says, who's at Chelsea Boy, says, what players do you think will be with us next season who are currently out on loan?
Christensen, definitely.
Yeah, we say that every week, don't we? He's coming back for sure.
I think that's the only one, actually. I mean, obviously we've already bought Ake back in January. I think he'll probably go on loan again or even be sold. I think people like Charlie Musonda will get another loan. So yeah, I think just Christensen.
Yeah, that's the only one we can sort of solidly say at the moment. Yeah. Okay then, next question. Jay, who is James CFC, says, do you think cracks are appearing in our defence?
Well, they certainly didn't appear against Bournemouth. No, not really. I think we've been spoiled a little bit this year. I mean, it was only 12 months ago when we were going to like pointless games against Swansea and Southampton, knowing that we weren't going to get even Europa League football. The whole thing about this system that Conte's played, the main thing is the defence. And so look, I mean, obviously the goal we conceded against Manchester City wasn't too clever, but I honestly think you can make a case for any of the 3 centre-halves being Player of the Year.
Definitely. Okay, and then next question is from Samori. Are we better off selling Batshuayi at this point?
I think Batshuayi would probably be better off if we sold Batshuayi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he'll probably go on loan. I think, hopefully to a Premier League club. It's obvious Conte just doesn't fancy him at all, isn't it? So it's not, at the minute, I don't see his Chelsea career working out. I hope that's not the case.
It's a shame, isn't it, really? Because he's quite funny on Twitter and stuff like that. Anyway,
so am I.
That's the main thing.
Do you want me playing up front?
No. Okay, Maxim Destroyer says, news on Thorgan Hazard returning to Chelsea. Now, that is one I actually haven't even heard of. Is that a thing?
It actually was the thing when he first moved.
It'd be quite cool if he came.
But yeah,
two of them playing together.
Yeah. Well, obviously he was at Chelsea before, and when he first moved, there was talk of buyback clause. That doesn't exist. He's had a great season. Obviously, he's kind of broken into Belgium squad as well.
Yeah.
But no, it's not one I see happening at all.
Is it one that you would like to happen?
I think in that kind of position, I think we've got a lot of quality, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure that he would be best served by coming and not having game time.
True. Okay, and then James Pugsley. Sorry, I'm not very good with the names today, am I?
No.
James says, "What are Chelsea going to do with Kennedy?" Now, good question, because I actually rate him really highly. I think he's got a lot of talent. He just hasn't really. Oh, is he not a favourite? Is he?
Well, no. I mean, we always hear sort of questions about his attitude. He's, to be honest, I kind of think. I mean, this isn't like true, but yeah. I kind of think he's only kept around because he's like Costa's best mate. I mean, those two are like really good mates.
Yeah.
I can't see him being at Chelsea long term. He had a couple of good games last year, and ironically, I think he would have actually, if there was ever a season that he was going to kind of break through, it would be this season, because that left wing back role is kind of just like his position.
Yeah.
Having said that, obviously Marcus Alonso, I was said on Twitter the other day, I think he's been really underrated. He played fantastically against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
He played really well against Manchester City as well, and he's been an absolute revelation, isn't he? So, I mean, for me, that all those factors combining, I don't see Kennedy having a long-term future in the club, really.
Yeah. Okay then. Satish says, "Why is everyone criticising Cahill even though his performance is very decent?" To be fair, I don't think I've criticised him at all this season, really.
I'm not sure he meant you personally.
No, maybe, but I haven't even heard Chelsea fans say that recently.
You see it a lot on Twitter. I've criticised him in the past. I mean, he is. I've got mates who absolutely love him and mates that can't stand him.
Yeah.
And
I love him. I think he's great.
I think. Is he the most talented footballer ever to play Chelsea?
Sorry about the plane, by the way, that keeps flying over.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same one. I think
no, different ones. God's sake, Charlie. Do you want to get on with the video, or carry on?
Yeah, he's probably not the most talented footballer that's ever played for Chelsea, but at the end of the day, he has won everything there is to win at Chelsea. There's got to be a reason why managers keep picking him. And while I've criticised him in the past for kind of not being up to scratch, but the way he's equipped himself this season in this new system has been absolutely incredible, and he's been a worthy successor to Terry in terms of wearing the armband and leadership on the pitch.
Definitely.
So I don't see how anyone can criticise him this season. I think he's been fantastic.
Yeah. And then last question then is from a man. Player of the year so far?
Player of the year so far. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a toss-up between Hazard and Kante, and I think that's Premier League wide as well. I think that's. In fact, we did an article at the Mail. PFA Player of the Year. It's basically Kante versus Hazard. I'm going to say Hazard. Just I think in the last few weeks, as the title run, as we've got really, really near the knuckle in the title running, he's just so many times he's just created something out of nothing. Like he was absolutely mustard against Bournemouth. Yeah. He was so good. That goal he scored, he made that into a bit of a trick of his, and he just sort of feint and take it past the keeper and a sort of cute finish. So yeah, I'm going to say Hazard.
So I'm going to go with Kante for this one.
Right.
I think Hazard's done absolutely fantastically as well. I mean, it's hard actually because everyone's done so well this season.
Really good,
I love a bit of Alonso and all his adventures and things like that. But Kante for me is just I can't even describe him as a signing.
He's been a revelation.
He's just one of a kind.
Yeah.
There is no one else like him. So for me, I'm definitely going to say Kante. So that's it. That's all we have time for this week, guys. Comment below who's your player of the year so far. Who would you like to sign in the summer? Would you like Costa to stay? Would you like him to go? Let us know.
What do you think of Sophie's hair this week?
What do you think of my hair this week? And we'll see you all super soon. Go on your
Chelsea.